Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah, I was eating lunch right quick because I was like, I didn't want to get on and I hadn't eaten all day.
Fair enough. I ate roughly 2 hours ago, and I was like, oh, wait, I have to get fully ready for this. Let me go do that.
I saw your Instagram story. I was like, okay, she getting ready.
Yeah, no, I saw it was about to turn 11. I was like, oh my God, I haven't even done eyeliner or brows yet. Rushed the rest of the face. It's fine because I'm wearing bangs. You can't even tell.
Yeah, I was about to say so, but are you looking great? Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel good.
Oh, I think that's what matters. Yeah, that's what matters. As long as you look great, it is all that matters. And don't stress yourself. We're gonna have a good time here. No stress, okay?
Exactly.
You
It's
know,
all gonna
like
be a
if
good time.
that's what I was like, if you needed more time, I was gonna give you more time to get ready.
Nah, I did color guard for so long. I can get like everything ready in 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, just making sure you good. So, well, if the small talk is over, I think we can go ahead and get this afternoon started. Okay.
Let's go for it.
So, greetings, everybody. This is Phil. I'm host of the Conversation Podcast, and season three continues today. So, I'm here with a special guest. Introduce yourself. Who is Bethany the Bard I'm speaking to?
Hello, I am Bethany the Bard. I am a up and coming new Austin drag queen and a great entertainer.
There you go. I've seen a lot of shows you've been at, so you're doing a great job out there.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I think I've seen a lot of shows y'all been going to, and I was like, okay, she doing her thing there.
Yep, I'm trying to stay booked and busy.
Yes, I mean, yes, that's the important part. Staying busy is an important thing. So every day I just want a chance to work.
Exactly. And
So
that's genuinely one of the most important things. It's like the more you put yourself out there on open stages, the more you get booked. So
eh, exactly, and more opportunities will come your way. So now before we get into it, we're gonna start with a little bit of an icebreaker. Now, I've been asking this question a lot other times with a lot of people. What's one
Mhm.
place that you really want to travel to, but you haven't had a chance to get there yet?
Ooh. I would probably say Italy.
Okay, okay. Italy's not bad. Says I do want to go to Italy. I also want to check out Barcelona.
Yes, oh my God. Or like
Hmm.
Greece in general, just anywhere away from America would be a great place to travel to.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get to Japan, so there's that.
And it would be so pretty during like winter season too.
Yes. So I'm trying to get there too, but
Yep, the money, right?
yeah.
Yep.
So it'll
Everything's
take
about money these days.
it'll take me some time to get there, but I'll make it work. We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. Always do.
Hmm. Well, now that the ice is broken, I guess we can get into the main event. So I'm sorry for sending you the questions so soon last night, but I was busy watching Daredevil Born Again last night.
No, you're fine. I was out drinking last night and I saw it. I was like, all right, I know I'm heavily intoxicated right now, but I will sit here and I will read all these questions to prepare
Uh,
myself.
well, a good thing you didn't do too much last night, did you?
And nope, not too much. Still kicking.
Did you have a friend with you to keep an eye, right?
Oh yeah. Me and two of my friends were watching a movie. I don't remember what movie. We were watching a movie though.
Okay. Okay, as long as you got friends, don't go by yourself at night now. It's
Yeah,
dangerous.
no, it was a stay in and drink kind of night. It wasn't a go out and like rager kind of party. It was a
Okay.
stay in.
Okay, good. So y'all did like a sleepover kind of thing.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, well, as long as you're safe, okay. So, so let's go ahead and get into section one, the
Hmm.
person behind the bard. Now, before we get into everything you create, where did Bethany the Bard come from? What does the name and the persona behind it represent to you?
So I am hard of hearing. So whenever people are talking to me, it's going to be harder for me to hear if they're calling me by a different name. So I was stuck with using my legal first name as part of my drag name. So that way it's easy, just like, hey, Bethany, even if they don't add the Bard, I'm still going to be able to respond to it's Bethany, right?
Hmm.
And then the bard, it came from the D&D like terminology for bard, where they are poets. They love to read, they love to write, they love to dance, they love to entertain. Those are things that I've always personally loved. So just adding that on, and also B kind of works. So it just kind of rolled off the tongue one day, and I was like, you know what? That's it. And plus, every time I play D&D, I'm always a bard. So it just kind of went.
So it makes sense. So you do play on like Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff. You're into
Yes,
like the mythical stuff.
it's been years since I've done an actual D&D campaign, but I would love to get another one started here in Austin with a bunch of drag queens. I think that'd be fun.
That would be interesting. And don't forget, you got your best friend Victoria to help.
Yes, we were recently playing Boulder's Gate at hers, and it was like that's gonna be so much fun. I was getting her to start the Dark Urge run, if you know what that is at all.
Mm.
She was freaked out within the first 5 seconds of it.
Really?
Yes, she's like, but I like being the goody two shoes. I don't like doing all this dark stuff. And I was like, girl, don't worry, I'm here. I can do this.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because I kind of figured that you guys do hang out a lot since y'all go to a lot of
Oh
drag
yeah.
shows together. And Baldur's Gate, is that's a card game too, right? Or is it some kind of
It is mostly online. They do have like where you can bring like Astarion is like the most recent one where they had a whole book where you can bring him into your like D&D campaign. But it is mostly like a video game like on PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Okay, okay, yeah. I kind of feel because I know y'all don't have a lot of consoles in your own houses. I know wait, Victoria didn't tell me if she had any consoles. I don't think I
She
asked that
does.
question.
She has I think she has a PlayStation. I have PC, PlayStation, and Xbox and Nintendo Switch. So
Which one,
it
the second or the first?
I think I just have the regular one because it's technically my roommate's. So it's not technically mine, but
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, I
ooh,
got the
look at
Switch.
her.
Yeah, I got the Switch too. I traded in the Switch 2 with the old Nintendo Switch I used to have. So this is my
Mm.
replacement. Thing is, the thing is, all my data from the Nintendo Switch was lost. So I had to go back and play
Oh,
all the games.
I think that would break my little heart. I have over 1,000 hours in Baldur's Gate. That would break my heart if I lost all my hours.
Well,
Oh,
hey, well, make sure you have like a memory card that can store all the information. I think I inserted my memory card in here. I'll check later, but it should be in here safe. But yes, make sure you have a memory card. You're gonna lose all your data. But yeah, I got this
oh,
last year,
so much fun. I have heard such good things about like the version 2.
version 2.
Has it been better than the original Switch?
Yeah, it's been better, but it has some flaws in it. Like the battery drains a little bit faster now if you take it
Hmm.
off. But I say it's worth it. To get a new system.
It's
But
worth it to get a new system, right?
so I had to. But yeah, I do have the Xbox here too. But now they're getting ready to drop the PlayStation 6.
Oh,
But that's not until like 2028.
so you still got 2 years to save up for it. It's probably gonna be like $1,000 or something.
Good luck with that. I'm a
Good
I'm
luck
a,
with
I'm
that.
a I'm an Xbox person, but yeah,
I
I've
am
been
too.
but that's why I barely been doing the PlayStation because I'm still upset that they put Wolverine on there because I was like, wait, why y'all got Wolverine? He ain't owned by Sony. I let y'all get away with Spider-Man, but why Wolverine?
Now Wolverine.
Oh well,
They're just haters.
that and Insomniac is owned by Sony. So,
Yeah.
but well, we'll see how the game goes. But so it's nice that you got the Bard from a video game, got from a card
Yes.
game. That works. And I was like, I can see that. I can see her doing D&D.
Yo, I grew up with a bunch of male adjacent siblings, so video games, card games, all of that was very much in my wheelhouse growing up.
Okay. Well, shoot. I like the Bard, so don't lose it, okay? Don't change it.
Don't plan on it anytime soon, but you never know what the future holds. You never know.
Oh boy, don't say that. But yeah, okay. Next, now when you look at who you were before, you start putting yourself and your creativity online versus who you are today. What's the biggest way you've changed?
I will say whenever I first started, I was a lot more nervous of like what people would think about me, what the views were going to be, what the like counts were going to be. Now I'm like, I'm just going to post it and hopefully it does well. Like I'm posting it for me to have a good time. And if other people have a good time, that's great. But I'm mostly here for me and my entertainment. But I also do love entertaining the world. So if they get a kick out of what I do, they get a kick.
Mm, I think it all dials down to if you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
And I will say this, Bethany. Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you been ever critiqued about your work before in the performance or
I
no?
performance wise, yes, a lot of like the older queens love to give help. And then my online stuff, I haven't really been critiqued much about that.
Okay.
But honestly, I am my biggest critique. I notice every little flaw in everything. So like I can see when someone's like coming in like I want to be helpful when critiquing you versus uh I actually don't really like you and I'm doing this more to like hate on you than to actually help you get better. Let me put you down and uh it's just like finding the difference between the two. And I have gotten critiqued that I don't wear lashes when I perform and that I don't wear fake nails. And it's like, well, I'm already autistic having to deal with a fake wig and a face full of makeup and loud noises and flashing lights. I think y'all can deal with the fact I don't wear lashes and nails.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah,
plus,
because oh,
with
go
all
ahead.
the tricks I'm doing, be more entertained by that than the fact I'm not wearing lashes.
Yeah. I was saying when I've been seeing some of your stuff, I was like, wait, she not wearing lashes or anything? And I was like, well, she looks good with or without them, so I like it. So it doesn't
I
matter
was
what
like,
it is.
for my first couple of performances, I wore them, but it was like I got so overstimulated one performance. And it was the last performance I wore like lashes fully. I took them off mid-performance and tipped them to someone. Like I was done wearing them. Like I feel like people need to be more understanding of like people with higher levels of autism when they're doing drag. Because like wearing this fake wig is a sensory issue sometimes too. So like
Um,
and I have relatively nice natural hair, so sometimes I just perform with my natural hair. Uh, I think my last performance Monday nights, which both me and Victoria did themes of the strip down in San Antonio. Uh, both of us just did our natural hair, and we're like, work.
um,
We don't have to wear wigs. We look great. We're gonna put on a great performance with or without a wig. Be
mhm.
more entertained by the performance than the aspect of me wearing a wig or lashes or nails.
Okay. Because yeah, well one, yes, I want y'all to do y'all stuff naturally too. Like I don't want y'all to like
Hmm.
hide anything. Because well, let me say this. Sometimes, let me ask you another question.
Hmm.
Do you feel insecure and you don't feel confident in your hair at all? Is that what it is?
Uh, it's never really the hair that's been a problem. Sometimes the makeup,
It's
like
the
it won't
makeup.
turn out the way I want it to look. And then I'll be like, dang, I wish I would have done this differently. I wish I would have blended the base a little bit better. But no, it's never really been a problem with the hair. It's always been
Okay.
more makeup or how uh just my face genuinely looks.
Right, because people going and see like all the like, because I think people are mostly there for the creative arts, you know. And listen,
Yeah,
I think let me say this, and I think there's a lot of people out there who do appreciate the hard work you do, whether
yeah,
it's not makeup. Like if they be like if I was one of those people like, hey, she didn't have time to put makeup on, I was like, that's fine, let's just enjoy the show the way it is. And
yeah.
some people don't think like that, Bethany. I will say that. It's like sometimes they're looking perfection when they go to these shows. And you know,
Hmm.
we're not all perfect human beings. We do the best we can. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the performance maybe he actually, you know, the way it is, like maybe as great as it is when y'all first start.
Yeah. Like, because I've only been doing drag for 5 months now. And I will say I have gotten a lot better from when I first started till now. But I remember being there when I first started doing drag. I didn't have foundation on that day. I
Mhm.
barely had a lash on. My wig came off mid-performance. Like, there's so many things that happen during performance, and you don't know what that person's thinking. Like, this could be their first time performing, this could be their 20,000th time performing, but we're all on different levels and we all move at different speeds. All drag is valid, whether it
Mhm.
is new, old, somewhere in between.
Mhm. And you guys are still coming up with creative ideas every day. So it's a lot of hard work.
Exactly.
So it may seem easy, like from a viewer's perspective, it may seem easy to us, but it really isn't because y'all
Yeah.
constantly have to keep coming up with ideas. Like shoot, like me, I'm trying to find people to talk to. I see like emails and DMs every day. It's not easy because I barely get
Not
responses.
easy.
Within like
Yeah.
I barely get responses every 10 seconds now. So I gotta be
Ugh,
patient. I gotta be patient.
exactly. And that's like, I'm trying to be patient with like making sure I'm getting booked and making sure that like everything that I put out there is true to who I am versus like letting emotion take over and like maybe saying something I didn't truly mean. And like that's one of the easiest ways to like for me not to get booked is someone not agreeing with something I said. But I'd rather say something I truly mean and not get booked than, not say something I mean and get booked because of it.
Right. Exactly. So the best thing to do is just, you know, just keep doing the work. That's all we can do.
Exactly.
This was going to be a two-part question because we're going to like piggyback off of
Ooh.
like, you know, you being yourself and everything that you're doing.
Hmm.
Now your page has a very bold, unapologetic personality. Now, was that confidence something you've always had, or was it something you had to grow into? And part two, what's something about Bethany that people might completely miss if they only know you through what they see on Instagram?
So I have always been a very fake it till you make it kind of person. I grew up in a big household of 9 kids. So like I have a lot of siblings, a lot of people. And, siblings love to do things where they constantly bring you down. And one of my favorite things was performing. And I was never really all that confident in performing, but I loved it. So with me loving doing all that, the confidence kind of grew from all those years of doing dance, choir, orchestra, whatever it was. And it just kind of spiraled into, all right, I was faking being confident, and now I'm actually truly confident about what I do. I remember whenever I first started doing drag, I was so unconfident. Like it was my first time performing in like 2 years. I had taken 2 years off of like performing anything at all. And I was like, all right, this is gonna be my first time back on stage in 2 years. Like I know the adrenaline's gonna be a lot. Like, and did it come out the way I wanted to? No. But I also knew that was my first time performing in 2 years. So now that I've kind of gotten the ball rolling again, I was like, all right, my first couple shows, I was faking being confident about it, but now I am truly confident about everything that I put on stage for the most part. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I'm not too confident about doing this dance move. Maybe I'll switch it up, do something different, but it's all about like finding that like sweet balance point of like, hey, I'm kind of uncomfortable, but I'm confident at the same time. Like, and being uncomfortable is how you grow in like the dance community. Like, yeah, you're gonna be uncomfortable doing the dance move the first couple of times, but then once you get into the groove of it, you truly start, you know, building that confidence in that move. Now, my brain's completely blanking on the part two of the question.
All right, hold on. What's something about Bethany that people might completely miss if they only know you through what they see through Instagram?
Uh, a lot of people forget that, like, while yes, I am a very sexy performer, that the bard does more than just, sell sex. Because sex does sell, but I also do highly emotional poetry. I've been working on poetry books for now almost 2.5 years, and that it's not released yet or any information about it yet, but y'all are getting a secret that I am working on books. And I do a lot of drawing. I do a lot of artistic stuff that I don't always post about. Like I have books upon books upon books that I read. My goal count for this year was do 100 books, and I am a little over halfway, which is good because we're a little over halfway through the year, which is crazy to think about. Uh, Another thing people might completely miss is the fact that all the hardships, someone gets growing up the way I did, they might not see that. They might just see the really confident performer. Because there was a lot that happened in my 22 years of life that, I don't always talk about, but it built who I was today. So it's worth mentioning sometimes.
Yeah. And I know, like, I think, you guys are often faced with the pressures of doing so many shows in one day, or it's like, I just want time to myself so I can work on other projects that I'm doing. Because I know sometimes drag
Yeah.
isn't all that you guys do. Y'all got other stuff y'all could be doing. I didn't know you wrote books.
Yeah, I am currently working on a duet poetry book, title release soon.
Well, sure, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, the more I see, I was like, okay, so I also sometimes think if they're doing these poetry books, maybe they're putting the poetry in their drag show as well. Maybe the poetry is helping them with that as well. Or I
Yes,
don't know.
performing is always a good way to release emotions. So, like, I know whenever I'm truly feeling emotions, I will pick a song for maybe that night that shows a little bit more of those heavier emotions. Like, for example, my birthday show for Bizarre Bazaar in June, it was really emotional for me because it was the first birthday that, like, I hadn't thought of, you know, leaving this earth. So it was
Yeah.
heavily emotional for me. So I made my birthday performance really emotional and then did a whole speech about it and like told everyone like that I'm so glad that I'm here. Y'all changed my life. Like it was genuinely such an emotional performance. There was so many people in the crowd crying. I was crying at one point in my own performance. I was like, everyone's getting this emotional release, and it's like a beautiful thing because it's like we're all still here and we're all still together, and that's what matters.
Well, that really is an amazing thing. And I hope someone gave you a hug afterwards.
Oh, there was many group hugs. There was many a group hug after that performance.
Yeah. I think it's a nice thing that you're doing the poetry stuff and writing these books. Because I know sometimes when you do the drag performance, I was like, I might want to write a book about why I do what I do and how I come up with all these ideas. I'm just, just throwing that out there for you. Like, if you ever come up with that sort of thing, I would love to read about it if I can ever get a copy.
I'll make sure to send one your way if I do rent that.
Okay, okay. Sweet. So now that we're done with that, let's go on to the next part, which is creativity, art, and performance.
Hmm.
So now your content moves between performance, art, fashion, humor, and personal expression. Now, do you see all these as separate interests or are they different pieces of one creative identity?
I would say they're all different pieces of who I am as an entertainer. Because as we said, Bethany the Bard, I'm going to show you a little bit of drawings. I'm going to show you a little bit poetry. I'm going to show you a little bit of me jumping off a stage and into the splits. It's all part of who I am as Bethany the Bard, but it's all different like pieces and fractions. Because obviously, I would love to one day combine all of it, but that would be a little tricky to, do a whole drawing while performing and writing poetry and reading it and singing and playing an instrument. It'd be all very difficult to do in one 5-minute performance?
Hmm. Yeah, because I know and Victoria told me about this,
Hmm.
depending on what you're going through, if you're going like some kind of like if you're she told me like when she dresses up, if she's feeling angry, she'll put on like a red dress and like hot rod stuff and like with fire and everything. Blue, if she's feeling sad, she'll put on blue outfits. But with you, Bethany, like I think you're doing the same thing. Like it depends, like the sort of day you're having, or it's like, oh well, okay, well this sort of thing happened. I want to express my feelings. Because like you said, when you guys are doing drag, you guys are expressing yourselves as well. So you
Hmm.
got to make sure y'all have the sort of like, well, hey, let's make sure I have an outfit that matches what I'm feeling. Now, it may take a few days to get in order. I don't know, like, because I know sometimes, and listen, even though it's like, because y'all have deadlines. Of course, y'all got deadlines before
Yeah.
the show starts, and you have to decide, okay, I'm feeling this sort of emotion. I need to make sure I have the best dress ready when I go on stage because we need to see because you guys want to show people the emotions and the colors. And that's just a part of it too. I didn't understand most of that because when I they first had a drag show at my college, I didn't get most of the stuff. But now speaking to you, I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah. I will say color plays a lot into it. I know when I did my birthday show, I did the song Lavender Daughter, and I was wearing a lot of lavender, and like it's a very sad song, and it's like cool colors playing into it that there's lavender in my outfit. The song's talking about lavender. Lavender is a relatively like I would say sadder color versus than like the darker purple that I'm wearing, which is
Darker
more
purple.
like royalty, like I'm feeling rich, I'm feeling expensive. Uh, or like an angry red.
Mm, well, shoot. Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Since you're wearing lavender purple, what emotion are you feeling now as we're speaking?
Uh, right now I would feel, well, I am feeling, not I would feel. I'm feeling a little bit like calm, but like kind of excited because like, first time on a podcast, you never know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so just calm and relax right now.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I hope I continue to maintain that energy for you. But yes, yeah, so mostly there's more to like the costumes because I know it's not like, oh, I'll just throw on a costume and take like inspiration from like a show or TV series, but now
Hmm.
it's just based on emotions. Now, maybe sometimes y'all will do stuff like that, like out of TV shows and movies or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think y'all style is sticking to emotions and the type of day that you're having right now.
Oh yeah. I have done like Black Cat and Catwoman from Marvel and DC. Like I have done drag to both of them. But it doesn't seem to go over very well unless you have a crowd that like exactly knows who you are.
Mm.
A lot of people, whenever I did my Black Cat little number, they came up to me multiple times. I was like, I don't know who you are, but that was cool. I don't know what character you are, but that was great. You were entertaining. And I was like, guys, Thanks for saying I'm entertaining.
Well, well, it seems to be working. Like, little if they don't know, you just got to keep educating them on who this character is. I know it's a lot to take
Yeah.
in, but other thing I wanted to also point out, sometimes y'all might have very comedic moments as well when y'all performing as well. I don't know if sometimes if y'all would like to dress up red and black and put white face paint on as a clown, like Harley Quinn, for example, and maybe
Yeah.
do something. I don't know. I don't think I've seen any of those, but it may come later. You might do Joker and just do purple and green.
I do have a Harley Quinn outfit in the works right now, but I feel
Ooh.
Harley Quinn is one of the more recognizable ones. I feel like maybe Black Cat, unless you really know your like lore about everything in Marvel, you wouldn't exactly know who she is. And it's sad. It breaks my little heart that people don't know who she is.
I'm trying to think. Are you just gonna wear like a full body suit at like the clown, or is it just gonna be like something like the Arkham games where she's wearing red and black like skirt or something?
I currently have like her classic red and white
Bodysuit.
tee. Yeah. The
Okay.
like little baseball tee. I have that one. I have a giant choker that says sugar. Uh, I know it's supposed to say pudding, but I like sugar. Uh,
That works.
and then it works. I have my giant like knee-high red go-go boots. Then I have a few other accessories that I'm adding to it. So she's not complete yet, but we're working
Okay.
on it.
Because I know you're not gonna do like the outfit that Margaret Robbie had on for the Suicide Squad movie from 2021. I know you're not gonna do that.
Nah.
I mean, but it would look good on you.
It would look good. But there's so many versions of Harley. I feel like you could also just make your own and people would still know as long as you have the pink and blue hair.
Oh, okay, fine. But hey, but here's the thing, Matthew. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to get into your artwork. That's for you. I don't want to mess it up. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
So whatever makes you happy. But yes, humor, emotions. Yeah, I think those are key factors for y'all when y'all do those drag shows now.
Hmm. It
So
really is.
hey, I'm paying attention. I'm catching up. Just give
You're
me a
learning.
sec.
You're learning.
Just give me a second to sit down and watch. So, oh, next up, now, when you're developing an idea or for a performance or a piece of content, what usually comes first? The concept, the look, the music, the emotion, or something completely different? You already know the answer because we just discussed it earlier, but go ahead.
It tends to switch between emotion and music. So most of the times the emotion leads into me picking the music, or I'll be listening to songs on like Spotify and a song come in and I go, ah, that's fitting the exact emotion I am feeling. Let's go ahead and put that on stage. And then I don't really think about makeup and outfit all that much. I just put things on and hope they look good.
Okay,
And most of the
okay.
times they do, but I've had it where it doesn't look too good before. So,
Mhm. Okay. I will say this, I don't know, like okay, who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist on Spotify?
Taylor Swift, I'm going to get a lot of hate for that in the drag community, especially. I live, breathe, and die Taylor Swift, and anyone will tell you that I live, breathe, and die for her.
Did you get any like inspirations from her songs or anything
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
thing?
Now drag performers tend to not like it when other drag performers do Taylor Swift. So I've
Oh
avoided
no.
performing her for the most part. I, however, have gotten away with it whenever it was a child-friendly event and when it was my birthday.
Okay.
Uh, but whenever I'm writing poetry, though, I get so much inspiration from like her lyricism and everything she does, the emotion she puts behind it, like just her in general. I live, breathe, and die her. I think I'm actually wearing, yep, I'm wearing my Taylor Swift cardigan right now too.
Okay. That's cool. Wait, no, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. The card, what does it look like?
The cardigan.
Oh, I see it. I see it. That's her. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. Because, oh man, but I know a lot of people don't like Taylor Swift and everything. I was like, dude, y'all just don't like her. What about the music? I mean, the music don't care. Oh, okay, well,
yeah.
maybe it
Like
does. It counts.
I get it that she recently became a billionaire, but guys, Travis Kelce also just married into being a billionaire, and he's not getting half the hate she's getting.
Oh boy.
Just saying. If we're gonna hate equally, hate equally.
Because I know, and the reason why I'm asking why, because I know like Victoria's favorite artist is Lady Gaga.
Yep.
So I mean, she just performed another thing last night. I was like,
Applause. Yep.
I was like, maybe I did the right thing putting applause on my promo back in June. Maybe I did the right thing. It's got to be a coincidence I did that, right?
Just a little coincidence.
Like I went on instinct. What's the best song to put for her? I went on instinct. So I put Lady Gaga's applause, and a lot of people like it. That post had over 4K views.
Oh yeah. Her fans go crazy for her. I love her to death.
Well, shoot, man, why didn't I put a Taylor Swift song in your promo? I put uh, Just a Girl by No Doubt. Why didn't I do that?
I mean, I have considered performing that song multiple times. So it's like it works.
Okay. Because I was like, if I listen now, if I put a Taylor Swift song, are people gonna get mad at me for doing that or what?
I think some people might, but I never will.
Okay, fine. I'll do it for you when we get closer. But yes, if you got a favorite artist that's going to inspire you to do something crazy and like all the music or something, because you say it's a mix of both, right? Emotion,
Yeah,
music, and the look. Okay, so it's a mix of both. Now, if you like listen, I imagine that if you listen to some of the songs and it's like, oh shoot, well, they just gave me a new idea for what look I want to put on tonight. Crazy stuff.
yeah,
I tell you, it's not easy. Like creative stuff. Like y'all got to come up with all kinds of creative ideas when you listen to songs, and especially before our show's about to perform on that night.
yeah. I will say Bethany the Bard themselves tends to perform more like Kesha, Lady Gaga-esque style things. But in my head, I'm thinking more like Stevie Nicks, Noah Kahan. Like, I wish it was more appropriate to perform sad drag than it is. Because a lot of
Okay.
people, you have to be in the right mood to get sad. So I just wish there was more shows around Austin that like truly appreciated and allowed sad drag.
Okay. So you guys are based in Austin, not San Antonio or
Oh, we go down to San Antonio all the time. I'm just more Austin based.
okay.
Uh,
I understand.
we do the weekly show, Themes of the Strip, and then I've been dragging Victoria down here for titty tournament, for fresh meat, for anything we can get our little paws on, big tits, bigger dreams, any of it.
Wow. Okay. So you guys are going back and forth, you know,
Oh
because
yeah.
okay, fine. You know, Texas is hot, it's hot
Oh
down
yeah.
there. I was looking, I was like, how is she not high and she's wearing that sweater? I'm
I'm
confused.
inside. I'm
And you
inside
got
and the fan's on.
and the air and how cold is it inside the house?
Probably like 65 inside right now.
I guess I need to
It's
work on
de-
I guess I need to keep working on wearing shorts. I do need some new shorts. I'm gonna get some new shorts for my birthday next month.
There we
Oh,
go. Birthday gift.
Old Navy if they haven't sold out all the shorts.
Exactly.
So
Christmas is right around the corner. They might start going on sale.
okay, there's that. But but then going back to you about the thing, yeah, there was this old show that I managed to pull up in the archives called the Bremen Avenue Experience. It's that old Cartoon Network slot that used to air like within like 6 minutes before a new show comes on. And they were
Hmm.
creating music like, like, no, let's do it to what it sounds right. And then they were trying to like sing a song like what London does, like classic rock and all that stuff. He's saying like when life gets you down. I was like, wait a second, what is with that accent? And like that didn't sound perfect. Earth. So they were saying like, well, okay, well, classic rock came from like London, the
Yeah,
Beatles, all that stuff. I think we should do something different that's like has like power chords and something people's never heard before. So
yeah,
that's and that's same thing with you guys. That's the same thing with rock music. They have to if they're doing like a big like band or like gigs or anything, they have to come up with creative songs.
yeah,
So that's why he was saying, like, let's do something different instead of like, let's get rid of that accent because it was like, ugh, that didn't sound perfect. Mm. I'll have to show you a clip later.
yes, absolutely.
So, but yeah, I like that. And I know that you've been seeing some of my posts on Instagram. I was thinking
Hmm.
if she's, I didn't know you were into animation like that because when I showed you that
Yes.
when I met Justin Briner and Clifford Chapman a month ago, I didn't.
Yes, I am the biggest Bakugo fan since I first watched My Hero Academia back when I was in sixth grade.
Oh,
I love him. He is my all-time favorite character. I could go on and on and on.
sixth grade. Wait. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, I'm about to be 20. I'm about to be 26.
Ooh, only a 4-year difference.
Yes, it came. Yes. Yeah, I met them. I was like, huh, I wonder if she's a huge fan of Bakugo. Why doesn't she come up with an outfit that's close to Bakugo style?
We're working on it.
Oh, yes, she's doing it. I'm excited to
There's
see that.
actually something I've been working on, like,
Mhm.
but
All right, I'll be quiet. I was just curious because we're in because like in this section with the art, fashion, and humor, I was thinking, why does she not do any of the stuff from My Hero to create an outfit or something? You know?
yes, I've been working on it slowly but surely. I'm working on a bunch of different things all at the same time. Like I have a like wig that I just finished styling and like I still need to finish the entire outfit for her. And then I performed one of the fan songs from Toga, The Red Means I Love You. I've performed that multiple times. Uh but I'm slowly working on it. Just I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my outfit, so I want it to be perfect when it goes on stage.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you did so many other like outfits, with Black Cat, and I was thinking, why doesn't she do any like anime style outfits? Well, it looks like you're already working on it. See, now you got me. Now you got me excited to see it when you start doing it. Shoot,
Yes.
I still can't believe, after 10 years that I met those guys. Like, I'm told them I'm apologize I couldn't meet you throughout those 10 years. I was in school trying to get my degrees, and Justin Briner told me, stay in school, man, stay in school. It's okay.
Stay in school.
hmm So now I'm doing something like this. I graduated with a bachelor's in digital media production and journalism. So
Is
so
I have thought about going back to college multiple times. It just school was never really my thing. I was only ever really there to perform. I only ever kept my grades up so that way I had like that I was allowed to perform. Because if you had, failing grades, you weren't allowed to perform. So I always had to
oh
make sure I had my grades up so I could stay performing. Uh, but now I can perform without having good grades. So my brain's like, there's so many things happening because like I work a full-time job on top of doing drag and then, all the projects that I'm working on. It's like, do I really have time to do college right now?
Well, Bethany, I think, you get to it to when you can. I think, as far as the drag, you might as, you'll get to that part where you may drag a full-time thing.
Yeah.
Shoot, you got supporters, Victoria's helping you out too. So
Hmm.
there's that. It's good to have friends in high places. So it's working out. But yeah, but back to the question, uh, yes, so art, the humor, the music, Taylor Swift, Bakugo, it's all coming together now.
Yep, yep. Slowly but surely, everything's coming together. We'll have a Bakugo Taylor Swift show coming your way soon.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see that, Bethany. You got me excited now. So,
Someone put on Reputation by Taylor Swift, and I'll walk out in Bakugo outfit. Let's do it.
Okay, okay. You'll have the mask. Well, actually, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised when it happens because you've seen his look throughout the series.
Oh yes.
So
Oh
he's,
yes.
and I like that, to be honest, between him and that other suit, like the earlier suit that he had on, like, it was like sleeves right here, but in the last few seasons, he had on his winter outfit because he
Oh yes.
said,
I'm a big fan of the winter outfit. Yep.
Really, you a big fan of the winter outfit?
I love the winter outfit. I think it looks great. Obviously the short sleeves are amazing too, but I think the winter outfit just complements because it's so dark compared to like his lighter hair and like red eyes. The like black really makes it pop.
And
I'm
he's got that like the neck, I don't know what it's called, like turtleneck, nope, whatever it is, but it's
the like
it's right.
scarf-esque thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know if you might try that on, but you never know.
we might, but since I tend to do more burlesque stuff, I feel like the winter outfit's gonna be harder to do that with. So we'll see. We'll see what I make. We'll
Well,
see.
like you said, the more sweat he creates, the more explosions the bigger the explosions.
And if he's wearing long sleeves in Texas, we all know he'll be making a big sweat.
There you go. There you go. Well, shoot, hey, keep listening to those songs, keep watching those shows, and keep getting those ideas. I'm excited to see what you do. Sorry, I kind of geeked out about the stuff that you're taking, like the music. I kind of geeked out for a second, fashion wise. See, now
Yay.
I'm giving you fashion stuff to try out.
So true.
But I was about to say, no, I can't do that to her. This is her thing. I can't do that. But I'm guessing it's okay if she'll hear
It's
my
always
ideas.
okay.
Okay.
I love it when people inspire other people. I think it's great.
Okay, that works. Next up, now, when you're developing an idea for a performance or piece of content, what usually comes in? Wait, did I already ask that question? I'm on the wrong question. Let's try that again. There's a difference between simply wearing something or stepping on stage and actually commanding attention. What have you learned about creating that kind of presence?
I think it's all about in the way you first walk onto that stage. Because obviously you can wear an outfit and walk on stage, but if you're walking up there like, hey guys, like, oh, I'm so shy, versus like if you have your shoulders rolled back, you're walking up there, you're making eye contact with people in the audience, that's immediately going to grab their attention more than, oh, I'm just a shy little performer walking up here. Obviously, it takes time to learn that, like, hey, you can lock eyes with the audience. Like, they are here to watch you for your 4, 5, however long minute number. Like you are who they are going to be staring at. And yes, that's intimidating to think about. Like they are going to be staring at you for this entire time.
Hmm.
But that just means, hey, they're going to be staring at you. Put on a damn good show. Like they're here to watch you do exactly what you want to do. No one's going to force you to do anything other than what you want to do in those 4 or 5 minutes, unless you start, making a scene and then one of the show producers might shut you down. But
Oh
just
Lord.
saying, just walk out there with a little bit more confidence and it's already going to solve all your issues with just wearing an outfit versus having an outfit on and throwing a fit.
Oh boy. And I know it's not easy standing on the stage and you got so many people looking at you because they're looking at the spicy stuff. They want to see it, And
Yes, they love a trick queen.
they do. They do like it stuff. But I think Bethany, you and the others have gotten to the point where it's like it really doesn't phase me as much. I just get on here and put on a show.
Yeah. I'm just out here to make y'all look at me. I don't care if you're here for entertainment or not. You're just gonna look at me for 5 minutes and perceive me.
And listen, as long as you're looking good and beautiful, that's all that matters. I go to these drag
Exactly.
shows and I was like, man, it's just a show. I mean, what else are they showing? Like what? Like a food fight or something?
Hey, you never know with some of these newer drag queens. You never know. They might have a food fight happen mid-number.
Oh
They might sit
boy.
on a whole cake. Who knows?
But why sit on cake? I wanted to eat the cake. Why is it in perfect condition?
Listen, if it's their birthday show and they choose to sit on a cake, all rights to the birthday person, right?
Ah, a piece of the cake.
Okay, what if they bring another cake, one to eat and one to sit on?
That would be good. But I was like, you know what? It's their birthday. Go sit on the cake.
Go sit on the cake. You deserve it. Or they'll serve out small pieces and then they'll sit on the rest after they serve it.
Ooh, that would be even special for a birthday gift. But
Yeah.
but
Or
yeah,
they'll
like
serve the cake they sat on. There you go.
that would be sick to see.
I mean, that would be a real special birthday gift, right?
Yeah, because I was like, what eat the thing that she just said on. But yeah, how many, like, I don't know how long you usually have a drag show. I mean, like an hour at best. But yeah, like for the rest of the night, people are staring at y'all for an hour. They want to see all of y'all. And and like I said before, for newcomers, it's not an easy request to do. But for you guys who've been doing it for a while, I was like, man, I'm used to it.
Yes, the heat of the spotlight gets some people sometimes, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it. So,
hmm And plus, at the end of the day, it's just a show.
yeah, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's 5 minutes out of your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You will survive.
And you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And you'll have some people in the crowd cheering you on. So
Yes,
don't stress yourself out. So it'll be fun. Listen, and when there's a drag show going on, it's gonna be a good time, no matter what's gonna happen.
exactly. No matter what level of drag performer is there, new, old, somewhere in between, you are going to have a good time. You might get some laughs, you might have some shock value.
hmm
Listen, you might get turned on a little bit. Who knows?
hmm
It's a drag show.
Yeah. And I know some of y'all do, and another thing too is, and when I say like command attention, you guys are craving the attention. We want the attention on us. That's the whole point of these shows.
Yeah, we live for the applause, quite literally.
There you go. Live
Shout
for
out
the
Victoria.
applause. Shout out to her. One last question. What's one performance or creative project you've done where you walked away thinking, okay, I just discovered something new about myself?
Oh, it was, I think it was the May Fresh Meet where I was performing and I do this trick where it's the pinned video is the exact trick that I do on my
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Pin video?
And it's where I like go upside down and like I'm upside down, my like legs are like up here like this, and I'm lip syncing like that. I discovered doing that at that fresh meet, and she was like, "Bitch, did you just go upside down and lip sync?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I did. I like
Wow.
doing that. I'm gonna continue doing that. That was fun." And then I did it again for uh that performance at Themes at the Strip, where like you're up on that stage and there's that giant spotlight there. And that's how I got that video, was me doing that. So, and I genuinely enjoy doing that trick. And a lot of people, haven't seen a trick like that before, or they don't see newer queens doing stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because some of y'all like do like, like if y'all see something, y'all might want to, save it for later.
Hmm.
And if you discover something new about yourself, oh, okay. Here's what I usually do when I find something. I usually put it in my notes. I don't know if you keep a
Hmm.
notebook anywhere or do you use your phone for notes?
I have so many journals and so many notepads and so many notes apps that like if I don't have it like on a post-it note on my computer, I will forget about it in a notes app or journal.
Oh boy. Because I
So,
know, because I know you don't have a lot of sticky notes around the house, trying to like keep track of everything, and you have to tape them all down and put them on the wall. all that
Yes, I
stuff.
only do post-it notes for very important things, like if there's a trick I want to work on, if there's a music deadline coming up, like those are this like post-it notes to my computer because like I'm on my computer so often playing games or editing music, like on there
Wow.
so often.
Hey, I do play. Hey, I play games too. Sometimes I'll be on Twitch. Up to like last week, I just did like the beta testing for Gears of War E-Day. And I was trying to
Ooh.
record the videos and everything. The video, one of the videos is up on YouTube. I'm actually going to upload more videos today once we're finished. But
Oh yeah.
it's I have to like listen, and listen, some of you guys on Instagram are actually concerned about my well-being because I be up pulling those all-nighters at 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to upload videos and promos and everything. And one of them,
Yes.
one of them is based in Florida. Her name is Sammy Cosplays. She does a lot of cosplaying stuff. I think you've seen her on my page before.
I think I
Yes,
have. Yeah.
yes. Trust me, Bethany. She's very sweet, and plus, she's getting married. She's getting married soon. She just got
Ooh,
engaged last Christmas when she was in Japan. She got engaged there.
jealous.
I know. We're all trying to get there. But yeah, she told me, well, make sure. Well, here's the thing. She sent me a message checking on me saying, well, make sure you get some rest now. You know, and trust me, Bethany, you probably would tell me the same thing. Sometimes I'd be up at 2 o'clock in the morning working on stuff.
Listen, sometimes these drag shows finish anywhere from midnight to 2 a.m. and I have to go clock in at my corporate job at 4 a.m. So I get it. I get a 2 hour power nap and I'm back in the basement like chipping away. So I don't sleep much either. So
Man. Yeah, I'm trying to do better with that, but I know you don't get any exceptions because you guys are doing shows until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And but
yeah,
but but here's the thing, but you know the old saying, right? Go out in the blaze of glory.
burning the candle at both ends right now. Let's go.
There you go. And I guess, because, sometimes when I feel like, oh, I don't have, I was like, I know I ain't gonna have a lot of stuff left, but I just go out in a blaze of glory and I'll just come back later. I'll re-resurrect it later.
Exactly. Exactly. I'll come back as a cat just to meow at you. Don't worry.
Yeah. So sorry, it was getting a little blurry. I had to turn it back on and off. But
No, you're fine.
yes. But yeah, when you come up with those ideas, you got to make sure you put them somewhere because once you discover, it, I was like, oh shoot, I lost it. I can't remember what I found. So, but just do the best you can and put those in your notes because it might come back to be useful later. And guess what? I'd be saying, hell, hey, I was like, wait a second, I still have this on file. Let me go look it up so I can I can give it a thought again later.
Exactly.
So I don't know how much storage you be having on your phone, but I know I have a lot of stuff on my phone because I got so much storage.
So many of mine is filled with videos of me performing, and I've only been doing it for 5 months, and my phone's like, hey, you're slowly running out of space. And I was like, I know. Don't remind me.
You might need to get an internal storage thing. I don't know if you have a Best Buy close by where you are. But
I think there's one relatively nearby,
you
but
should
I'm
be
not
able to.
sure.
We should be able to get like a storage bank or something. It may cost a
Yeah.
little bit, might cost a little bit of money, but it'd be worth it if you want to keep making those videos and stuff.
Yeah, recently what I've been doing is transferring it over to my PC. But my PC is a very small old one that got gifted to me by one of my older brothers. So it's slowly also running out of space. It barely ran Baldur's Gate after the last update. Like,
Well, you might need another computer. I mean, I got a MacBook.
yeah,
Here's the thing is, I'm using my gaming laptop to speak to you. My MacBook is only for like when I have to edit clips and do work or something. But sometimes when I record the stuff on my gaming laptop, I have to edit the stuff here. And if I want to do
yes,
clips, I'll just do them on my MacBook. So I got a lot of gadgets for me to use to keep track of everything that I do and make sure I don't lose anything. But yes, when you do like those performances and the creative projects, yeah, you gotta put it down somewhere, whatever it takes.
exactly.
So, but I think you handle it good so far, Bethany.
So far, but we'll see how it works a year down from now.
I understand. I understand. Well, we're out of that section now. Now we are in self-expression, pride, and identity. I am so sorry I didn't catch you back in June for Pride Month. It was
It's
just
fine.
I had limited time available, but I have plans to bring you back for next year's Pride Month. Maybe do like a thing with Victoria.
Yes, a double little interview moment with both me and Victoria.
Yes,
That'd be
it's gonna
chaotic.
it'll be fun. So, but you're here now.
I'm here now, and that's what matters.
So now you openly incorporate pride into your platform. Now, what
Mhm.
does having a space where you can express yourself freely mean to you personally?
So, a lot of my life, I was told, "Oh no, you're not gay," and like shoved back into the closet. So, being able to just truly be who I am, being gender fluid, pansexual, like being a drag queen even like means the world to me. Like that people openly accept me for exactly who I am. Like now, am I perceived mostly as feminine? Yes, but that doesn't really offend me whenever I'm in drag. Because, drag queen, it's right there in the name. That's why we have drag things, we have drag kings, and everything in between. And there's just drag performers too or drag clowns. So, me being a drag queen and being perceived as feminine doesn't really bother me. And it doesn't really bother me much out of drag either, but it's still good that the people who know me know that, like, hey, we can use any and all pronouns to describe this person, and they're not really going to feel offended. But if there is a day where I'm like, hey, I'm not really feeling she, her, like, can you just call me he, him for now, or they, them? Like, the people in my life love and respect me enough to actually do that for me.
Hmm.
Versus, there's a lot of times back when I lived with my parents where they're like, no, you're just she, her. We'll never see you as anything else. Like, and I love the fact that the people in my life love me enough to do that now.
Mhm. Yeah. And I've been saying this, because when I did the Pride Month special back in June, I was like, because I really wanted to understand more about you guys and be listen, I just want to let you know y'all have a safe space with me here. So I just want y'all to know that as well. Because I know, like, there's a lot of like, some people don't truly understand it until they just sit down, but you got a lot of people out there who has a lot of hatred in their hearts and just don't like, like LGBTQ people saying, oh, I was saying, oh, I don't like this kind of, you know, and I have to like, people like us, we have to educate on what this is all about because there's always gonna be like people there who's gonna try to misgender you and everything, and and then you have the other people who's willing to sit down and listen and learn about it as well. Like I didn't know your parents like, were saying like, no, you're just she, her and everything. But you decide you're just write your own story about who you are.
Yes, exactly.
So, and I know it's not an easy thing to do, Bethany, because I know, because lately I've been seeing some of Victoria's posts where people are attacking her, and it's really exhausting.
Where they're
Like,
trying to claim that she's trans, but like she's never claimed that, and she's only ever been she, her. Like, and I love the fact that she pulled out her old period diapers and was like, "I'm a woman. Look at me, I bleed." I
mm-hmm,
found that hilarious. I was like, you know what? You real for that. You
mm-hmm.
real for that. Just like I am a woman. Why are y'all trying to put a label on me that I'm avidly telling you that I'm not trans? I'm not M to F. I am just F. I am just female.
But hey, sometimes you gotta do something crazy to prove a point. So
Yes,
I applaud her for that. I know it wasn't the easy thing to do, but you got to do it.
exactly.
So, and listen, sometimes I made mistakes too. Like, one time when I was about to interview, I think Victoria also follows this other person, WTH Alley.
Hmm.
It's a he's trans. I misgendered him once. I was like, I didn't ask him what his pronouns were. Damn it. And listen, that was my fault. I was taking accountability after I didn't ask what his pronouns were. So
Yes.
so that was my fault. So but it's like, no, don't do that to yourself. I knew you weren't trying. He told me, I knew you weren't trying to misgender me. So don't be upset about it.
Yes, there's still some people where it's like they struggle with just asking. So it's the fact that you're taking accountability, like, hey, I forgot to ask. That's on me. That's one of the biggest things that like we look for. Like, hey, we know you didn't mean it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. We know you didn't mean it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, shoot, that's what I'm saying. Listen, and and I'll say this to you, but listen, if I mess up, let me know so I can make the correction. You know,
Yes.
But yeah, you got a lot of people out there who won't do those kind of things. Like, if it affects them that much that y'all have to resort to like online harassment and cyberbullying, and
Which is not
this.
cool.
I went to school again for cybersecurity, and we did talk about cyberbullying in class too. Like, you got all these trolls online. Is like, hey, stop treating it like this is Facebook or whatnot. All right. There's some people who will come out there in the open and say that to, like, because I know in my hometown, I'm based in Savannah, Georgia. So Savannah, Georgia is
Hmm.
where I am. There's a lot of like LGBTQ people who like, and especially we have an LGBTQ tattoo shop.
Yeah.
So they work on like people, like, they have safe spaces in those things. I was like, yes, we need to have more safe spaces in these places. The tattoo shop, LGBTQ, all any type of like a different races can be safe in, because with a lot that's going on in this climate, we still have attacks on rights and
Yes.
everything, and it's something that needs to be curtailed.
Yeah. A lot of Austin and like places I've seen around Austin have always been like, we're always going to be a safe space for anyone other than, people that aren't making it a safe space. Um, and it sucks that they like removed our rainbow crosswalks down on 4th Street. Uh, but they're working on building a monument at the end of the month to show like, hey, this is a safe space for anyone who identifies as any certain way other than a hater. So I'm excited to see that statue come up, and I'm excited to, see what else comes to Austin for safe spaces.
Because I know,
Uh,
because I saw the article where they tore down
mhm.
that road or crosswalk or something.
Yeah, our rainbow crosswalks, they repainted over it. And they did a terrible job. They did it at like I think 3 in the morning, so that way no one could come out there and protest. Didn't tell anyone, and but you like go out
Cowards.
there and like walk on that crosswalk, and it's so poorly done that you can still see the rainbow through it.
These guys are
So,
cowards. Oh, that's why I be seeing like when some guys, when they do like crazy stuff of in the daytime. And
mhm.
there was this black Jew, and guess what? You're gonna laugh at this. He said, "Hey, do that shit at night."
They just
So,
wanted to do it at night so that way no one could go and start protesting whenever it was done. And then we had the vigil 2 days later that both me and Victoria went to, and it was a beautiful ceremony. There's like, hey, they might have tried to cover us up, but they can never cover us up. Like, we're still going to be here. We're still going to be loud. We're still going to be proud because you cannot get rid of us. We're still here regardless if you want us here or not.
and it's nice that you have a few creators. I know I'm not LGBTQ, but I have,
Hmm.
people like me, and there's other creators who are willing to bring y'all on to give y'all platforms to talk about these sort of things.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why when I did back in June, when I did like a special edition of my podcast, Pride Month special, because June is Pride Month, and I was thinking, and guess
Yes.
what? It was a big success. Like, I've got so many LGBTQ people on my podcast. I didn't think I could do it.
You'd be surprised about how many of us there are. But don't worry, you made it just in time for Austin Pride Month because this month is Austin Pride Month. So
There you go.
You
There
had
you
me on
go.
for a Pride Month, might not be like June, but it's definitely Austin Pride Month right now.
Okay, okay. Austin Pride Month. Yay. Yeah, cause thing is after that, I was like, well shoot, if another month like that comes up, I'm gonna do another special because I did something for Black History Month back in February.
Yeah.
I want to do that again because because I want to try to bring like different sort of celebratory months where different people are backgrounds. And I did this
Yeah.
interview like the dress. I've also interviewed some LGBTQ voice actors as well. So I got a few
Ooh.
of them on here.
Yeah.
So, I got some nail artists, I managed to get another mermaid person. So, yes. So I'm trying to keep it diverse cuz I don't know what the next month is cuz I know I missed Asian Heritage Month. So that was like
Yes. And Disability Pride Month was also, I think, July.
I got to start mapping these things out so I can keep doing those specialty stuff, okay? Cuz after June
Yes.
I was excited to do it again.
Yeah. I think it's a great thing that like every month you like switch it up and like honor whatever like Heritage Month or History Month or like Pride Month. I think it's a great thing that you're like making sure that those people get seen every month.
Yes. I'm trying my best here. Listen, I'm like 3 seasons in, so I'm trying to keep it going.
Yes, absolutely.
So, let's go on to the next question. Now, creative spaces can give people permission to experiment with sides of themselves they may not show anywhere else. Now, has performer or creating content given you that kind of freedom?
I would say so, yes. Because back whenever I was in school, I performed for dance groups. I did color guard, and those were always choreographed. You didn't really get to create your own pieces. You didn't really get to express your own emotion. It was whatever emotion the teacher told you to feel for those.
Hmm.
But during that time, I found improv dance, and it's pretty much like theater improv, where like you're doing yes and, but instead it's dance and it's movement. Like, yes, I just did this, and now I'm going to go into a different move. Like, and it's all just how you flow. And whenever I started doing drag, it was very much a very similar feeling because it is just you on that stage and you get to express whatever you're feeling through whatever movement, through whatever song you pick. So it's very much up to you, and you get to decide the emotion you feel, how the audience feels, and how everyone genuinely collectively feels.
Hmm.
And I think that is a very powerful thing. And I have got to express, being truly mad. I got to express being sad and grateful at the same time, and, just joy in general. So, yes, I think drag has gotten to let me express a lot more emotion than just normal dance.
Hmm. And I think that's the most important part because in everyday life, you really don't have a chance to express everything about yourself in the
Yeah.
daytime because there's a lot going on throughout the day. But at nighttime, when night falls,
Hmm.
everything you can go crazy out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because sometimes even express yourself out throughout the day because there's a lot of like crazy people out there. It can be dangerous. It can be dangerous, but when it's late at night and everybody's almost close to sleeping, there's no
Hmm.
restrictions. You can't put strings on me.
Yes, exactly. Only the people that want to be out are out at night.
Hmm. Hey,
The people who don't want to be out are still in bed.
Hey, exactly. And by the way, you can thank Ultron from the Avengers. You can't put strings on me,
You
but
can't put strings on me.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Mhm. So, but yeah, I just wish one thing I do wish is that if we ever get to a place where we can be free to express who we are without no one coming up and telling us that you can't be doing this.
Hmm.
My wish is I hope that we can be free to express what we do to other people so they can sit down and understand and ask me questions that I'd be comfortable answering.
Hmm.
and we can just go on from there and just enjoy what we love doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And that's how the world should be. It's like we all keep like a curious, open mind about everyone else, stay respectful when asking those questions, but still ask the questions.
mm,
Because, obviously there's a lot of things I didn't know about drag until I started asking questions. I was like, oh, hey, that's something I am avidly interested in doing. Let me, go ask a few more questions and then get myself started.
and you still want people to open their minds too.
Yeah.
So open your minds. Um, all right, here's the next one. Now, do you think there's a difference between being confident and feeling comfortable being seen? You might know the answer because we just talked about it earlier. And how have you navigated that distinction of yourself?
So I think there is a very slight difference in it. Uh, Obviously, if you feel confident, that's one thing. But if you're okay being seen being confident, that is completely different. Because I can be confident walking around in my little outfits all day, but the second like someone sees me being
Mm-hmm.
confident in another thing, am I still going to remain that same confident person, or am I going to go, oh, hey, I'm being perceived. Um, I'm no longer here, slip away into the crowd, like, don't perceive me. Or are you going to still be the same confident person no matter who's seeing you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really shot because let me tell you this, you really don't know what the other person is thinking when they see you.
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
read your mind. I can't read your mind. And so, and you gotta be gotta be careful because, like I said, there's a lot of weirdos out on the street. You don't know what they're
Yeah.
thinking, and there have been incidences where, sometimes, them being perceived may lead to saying some kind of derogatory stuff.
Oh, yeah. I've dealt with that so much in my 5 months of doing drag. And it's unfortunate how confident people can be when saying crazy things.
And then, and then they do like nasty stuff too. So you
Hmm.
just got, you got to watch out. Like, I want y'all to keep doing what y'all like doing. Like, listen, if I came up to you and saw what you're doing, I was like, hey, I was just curious, like, what you doing and all that stuff. Then I would just like listen. I was like, okay, now I understand. But I got to make sure I approach carefully because you guys can't read what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
listen, I will say this, even though I'm one of the nice people out there, I still gotta
Hmm.
remain cordial. Like, because sometimes be like, oh yeah, that's right. She hasn't met me yet, so she can't tell what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a constant thing. Like, you have to make sure you're being careful and understand what
Hmm.
this guy's gonna say, defend yourself, but also what the other person needs to do, and this goes back on me too. Like, I need to make sure they know what I'm thinking too. I gotta say, this is like, because like I said, they haven't met me before. They don't know what my intentions are. It Yeah, pretty much that
Yeah.
same situation. It correlates with each other.
Yeah. And how I have always explained it is like, keep in mind, I am a female at birth performer. All I see whenever you like a male walking up to me at a drag show is a male walking up to me at a drag show. I don't know if you're about to hit on me, you're about to say some rude comments. Like, I don't know what's about to come out of your mouth. So it's always keep in mind you are, well, not you in general, but like
Yeah,
people in
I know,
general.
I know. You
Just
say
like you are a significantly taller stature than me, even if I am wearing my big old boots that put me at, I think, almost 5'10" because they're 6 inch heels. So, like, you're still going to be taller than me. Well, most men are, uh, even in those heels. And that there's still so much that could go wrong. Like, every woman that I know has experienced some sort of, you know,
harassment,
assault, like
harassment.
rude comments, like any of that. And it's like, we always have to stay on our toes with that sort of stuff happening.
Yeah,
It's like,
I don't.
mm,
And listen, sometimes when I see y'all, and just on social media too, when I see like women dealing with different kind of situations, and I was like, I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah.
because here's the thing, because there's a lot of people where they are so like females and be like, see, this is why women would rather choose the bear.
Oh, I would choose the bear 1,000 times over than pick a man in the woods with me.
Yeah, because there was this one video I saw, and it was
Hmm.
with there's this guy named Tizzy Ent where he finds people and all that stuff. He's actually having
Hmm.
a new episode of his show tonight. I was actually going to go check it out when I can on the Discovery Channel. It's called How to Catch a Dirt Bag. He was saying like, so good news, I have an update on this video. So here's what happened. There was this guy in New Hampshire, and
Hmm.
he exposed himself to a woman. And then the woman
Oh,
started chasing after him with his license plate ace, and he was saying, "I'm calling the cops on you. I hope you understand that." And so,
as they should.
and she was yelling, it's like, "I don't give it was a single fuck about what you think." He kept saying, "I'm sorry." Okay, but you shouldn't have done it anyway.
You shouldn't have exposed yourself. Like,
Mhm.
that's on you, boo.
And and guess what? He kept trying to drive away from her, but she kept chasing after. I was like, "Bruh, she not gonna let you get away."
Yeah.
And so, but they did find and arrested him later.
Thank Gord for that.
Hmm. So yeah, like
Because
shoot.
I know I'm always super aware of my situation and like everything happening around me. So that way the people around me don't have to be. Because
Mhm.
there was multiple incidences. I'm just going to use the most recent one as an example. Whenever me and Victoria were out performing on Monday night, we're
Was
both
that
obviously wearing what we're wearing,
mhm,
and there was just this one dude kept coming up to us over and over and over again and like hovering around us. And like luckily for themes of the strip, they have a little barricaded area for the performers that the normal audience cannot get to. And
mhm,
that's the only reason he wasn't like truly hovering around us is because we had a little safety corner that like we could go hide in. But he kept like staring over the guardrails at us. And I was like, I told the host and MC about what's happening. I told like the bartenders, like, hey, keep an eye on this dude because he is coming up and talking to almost every performer and like, but being awkward and being a little sketchy about it. And during the middle of my performance, because we performed that night, I'm over there performing, and he goes, "God, you look good enough to eat." Like to me while I'm performing, I'm like, I can't do anything about this. I just need to walk away and perform to someone else. As like, I cannot actively deal with you right now. I am in the middle of performing because it'd be weird if in the middle of Kesha's Take It Off, I just bitch slapped a guy. It'd be
oh
real
hell.
weird. It'd be real weird. It would not fit the theme. I think it would low key ruin the performance. So I just walked away and then dealt with it afterwards.
That isn't
Because
that's insane. And I
people are
will
losing audience etiquette too these days. Like, sir, you are roughly 50 something years old. Do you know how old I am? Do you understand, like, hey, I'm a performer. I know I look good. Keep it appropriate for the time and place.
that's crazy, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It happens honestly so often, and I get it that I am performing overly sexual, but that does not mean that is consent for comments and touches.
Yeah,
And
it's the same thing when you go to those like conventions too, like cosplay is not
mhm,
consent, you
yeah,
know,
cosplay is not consent.
You know, I will also say this because I'm also planning to do a video about
Hmm.
some of the stuff. So I think you know about the meta glasses, right?
Oh God,
So
yes.
yeah, I listen, I got a pair myself, but I use them
Hmm.
responsibly. Sometimes I make
Yeah,
a mis Now I did make one mistake with them one time, but I learned to be accountable for that to make sure it doesn't
yeah,
happen again. So I was going to talk about those two things because I think because now that when they released the new Kylie Jenner ones, and I was like, yeah, something's going on with all these glasses probably because now something like those countries like in like France and Europe, like they ban those now.
yeah.
So
One of the bars I frequent, Oil Cans, roughly, I think 2 weeks ago, put out a statement saying that no more meta glasses are allowed in our clubs. We are not allowing meta glasses in here at all. If you get caught with a pair of meta glasses in our club, you will be banned pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, perfect.
Yeah, the only reason why I keep my glasses because there's a lot of stuff, especially with a lot of confrontations with people who just like
Hmm.
want to attack people and everything, like with all kinds of like harassers and racism kind of stuff. That's the only reason why I keep my glasses on. I will usually wear like, hey, this guy's getting ready to do something like suspicious. I'm going to start recording just to let you know
Yeah,
and everything. And listen, if I came up to you guys and say, hey, I just want you to know these glasses do record. Any chance I can report response, I'm still trying my best to
yeah,
ask for consent. Like if I ask for
yeah.
consent, and guess what, Bethany? If you guys say no, no questions asked. I'll put the glasses away.
Exactly. But most of the times, if we are performing, that is one thing. But if you're trying to catch us like in the bathroom, if you're trying to catch us in the changing room, that's a
Mhm.
completely different story. And that's, I think, what the issue was with oil cans was they were having, because they have the not gendered bathroom. So it is just urinals and stalls in one room, both and any gender was allowed
Mhm.
in there. There's not women's bathroom, male bathroom. Nope, it's just bathroom.
Mhm.
And they were having issues with people like going in there with meta glasses and like that's a little weird, buddy.
Yeah. And I will also say this. One thing, the man glasses do look kind of cool, but here's the other thing I also point out when I was
Hmm.
doing my thing is I did my research yesterday before I came on and talked to you, about this. Because I was saying
Hmm.
like these glasses, they're good. Some people listen, people have opinions. Let me say this, Bethany. People have opinions. Okay,
Everyone has
we
opinions.
might not agree with everybody, but the other thing I also point out saying in the wrong hands, they can be dangerous.
Oh yeah. In the right hands, whenever like because you were saying, hey, like, do I have y'all's consent to film? Most of the times, drag performers love seeing videos of themselves
Okay.
performing. I love watching videos of me. I love seeing any and all pictures and videos. Like, that's one thing if you're like watching us perform and like filming us perform to like post
Yeah,
online.
that's
But
a
it's
different.
another thing if you're like trying to peek under our skirts to see everything with the glasses.
Then that's a different story.
And that's a different story. And that's the right hand versus the wrong hands.
There was actually this video I recorded. I was going to use in my video for later this week, where
Hmm.
this guy in London was recording this woman talking to her, and then he posted it on his social media without consent. So I was going to put that into my video as well. Because thing is, I want everybody to see the video that I'm going to post this week. I want y'all thoughts on it to see how I did breaking this
Yeah.
stuff down. Because listen, if I don't speak up about it, because listen, I have a pair myself. Listen, guess what? I haven't used those glasses in like 2 weeks in a while now. Because
Yeah.
I was like, I don't see the point in using them right now because I'm not going to any events. I mean, sometimes I'll use them when it's sunny outside. Trust me, it's bright out there. But I
Hmm.
haven't. Guess what? My battery's almost at 0% with those glasses, and I haven't charged them in 2 weeks. So,
That's how I
so
feel. Like my tablet, I'm hardly ever on it. Currently sitting dead on the bookshelf next to me. Like I just don't reach for it. Like it's just there.
I just let them sit there. I just use it when I feel like it, if I need them. But yes, I know using those type of like those glasses and the other kind of recording equipment just to be safe and just like be if someone starts to bother you, you just but and if you let people know and ask for consent for, I say sure they'll let you, and if they say no, no. When I met the voice of Goku, Sean Shemo, hey, I was just saying those are
Hmm.
math glasses, but yes, but I told them don't worry, these are off. I even spoke to the lady at the table when I was trying to get my stuff signed. These are off.
Hmm.
And so like they I was like, hey, I appreciate you doing that. So he knew that I wasn't really trying to do anything funny. Because listen, the only way you can tell if it's recording is if the white light is on.
Yeah.
And so they concentrate real hard. But I was like, you know what? Hey, I saw the sign. Out of respect for that, no questions asked. The camera's off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly.
So some people like there's a lot of people out there who don't do that though. Like they just want to just film because like you said, like here's the reason why they said this because I'm sorry if I'm taking this away from you, but this was an important time to add to this with the confident and comfortable being seen because of stuff like this too. If it correlates with this a little bit, if that it it does kind of.
Yeah,
Okay, just make sure. But yeah, what because Japan put so many restrictions on him because he's the voice of Goku from Dragon Ball. So I was like, I really can't blame him because he's been doing the character for years. So like I saw the sign saying, hey, career is not consent. So
exactly.
so I went ahead and just like, hey, the sign's right there. No questions asked. The glasses are off.
Exactly. Because it's also like, as public figures, anything we say and do could be filmed at any point with those glasses. Like, we could slip up, say something, slip and fall, like, and it be posted everywhere. Like, honestly, and that's terrifying to think about. Like, anything we say and do could be
Hmm.
posted, could be edited, could be used and like modified by AI to make it seem like we said the wrong thing.
Hmm.
And as public figures,
You
it's
gotta be
hard to
careful.
walk around with confidence sometimes
Hmm.
with knowing anything can be turned into something else.
I heard one of the conventions just banned like Rose City Comic Con. They just banned the meta glasses because they say if you have them on, they're gonna escort you out. So that's
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like like listen, if I was there, I would just leave my glasses in the car. I want to bring them in here.
exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's good that you have people who, like, me who like to follow. Listen, I'm a rule follower. I don't like breaking the rules. Like, we got rules for a reason. Like I said, like, if they say they don't want them in here, no questions asked. I'll just leave them in the car. Or just
Exactly.
pack it up, just go somewhere else. So,
Or, because I think the meta glasses, while they could, like, they are a cool concept, just too many people are using them in the wrong way.
yes. Like I said,
Like,
in the wrong hands, they can be dangerous.
and there's too many wrong hands these days. Like, and it's unfortunate, really.
Mm, yeah. Well, we just gotta make sure we keep an eye out for this stuff because there's a lot of weird
Hmm.
people who will do weird things. But yes, I'm going to be doing that video because I need to talk about it because there was another incident, and I feel like since I got the glasses, I need to speak
Hmm.
out about it now because
Yeah,
I just want. Look, here's the thing: I just want to make sure I have all the information first because there's going to be some people who are going to be like, "Hey, I don't like you defending these glasses or whatnot," but that's not what my goal. What it is now. If you want,
yeah,
now I just want to make sure that I got. Listen, when I talk about these things, I want to make sure I've done my research. So,
exactly. Whenever
just
there's any issue brought up about anything, I like to make sure I A, do my own research, B, try to hear from many sides of the story as possible. If it's two-sided, if it is like eight-sided, like hear from as many of those people as I can about what happened or what is going on. So I think it's always good to make sure you hear all sides of the story before, you know, making an
hmm
opinion.
it exactly. So I'll probably do it either like this Friday because I don't know if I'll do it Wednesday because I got other plans today. Maybe if I got the energy, maybe I have the energy, because sometimes we like when I want to look for something else but I'm too tired, I'll be like I was like I don't know. I'm not going to exert the energy to go find out.
Yeah, that's another day
So it's
activity.
there you go. But this, what we're talking about, actually transitions into the next section right here.
We
So,
love transitions.
which is social media boundaries and being seen. So, next up, social media lets creators control what they share, but audiences can sometimes feel like they're entitled to know everything. Now, how do you decide where Bethany the Bard, the public figure, ends and Bethany, the private person, begins?
I will say I have always been relatively public and open about anything about me. I love telling stories, and even though I am still relatively young, I have experienced a lot in life and I have a lot of like advice and stories to tell and give. So it has been a relatively, mm, I want to say easy, like separating them because they're not really separate. Like Bethany the Bard is still part of who Bethany is. Yes, it is just a small part of me, but it's still there and it's still like a bigger role than, you know, oh, hey, there's Bethany the poet, there's Bethany the musician, there's Bethany the bard. Like, because the bard incorporates all of it into who they are. Now, do I share every single thing that I myself as Bethany think online? Not necessarily on my Bethany a Bard account, but like if you follow my personal Instagram, I definitely post heavily about emotions. I post heavily about like where I was, like how I went to Vegas. I posted about my 22nd birthday. Like I posted a lot over there about any sort of emotion that I was feeling. But I also realized, oh, hey, my Bethany the Bard account's growing and growing and growing. So, and some people are finding that account and then finding my personal account, and they're like, oh, hey, they're kind of similar. And they're saying this person show a lot more emotion than Bethany the Bard. And it's like, oh, well, I mean, it's not something I try to hide. Y'all can know I'm a person too. I still breathe, still feel feelings all the same. Doesn't matter if you know all the depths of my soul or just know the face version. They're all still Bethany.
Hmm. Yeah, lately you have to. I will also say this: when you also post stuff on social media, I've been saying this a long time, ever since I graduated from college. When I just be posting, try to get people's attention, whatnot.
Hmm.
I've learned to start posting with context. I stopped posting without context a long time ago. I stopped doing that. If I don't post
Hmm.
without with if I post without context, I can't. It's not going to gain any traction. But also, sometimes social media can be like, draining sometimes, and you just have to take a break in a while. And listen, I spend all throughout the week, 24 hours, 7 days a week online, but I am trying to get back to like doing something simple, like maybe just fold up some clothes or read a book.
Yes.
So,
I will say, whenever I have the energy to film, I film a lot of content that way because I'm trying to get better about posting maybe once a day on my Bethany the Bard account. So that way, like, it continues getting traction, it continues building things. Because, like, Victoria posts maybe like 20,000 times a day, and that's how she got her following. And it's like, that's not going to work for me. I can't, I know I will not be able to post that often. I know that's just not going to be how I can do things. However, I can post once a day. So
mm,
whenever I have the energy, I film like pre-transitions. And then whenever I'm getting ready in drag, it's like, cool, let me just applause, applause, applause. And boom, now I'm in drag. Like I do have that one ready. Victoria and me very much both came up with that idea. We're like, yes. So my version's probably coming out tomorrow of that, which I find
oh
so funny that we're
man.
posting it so far, like so close to each other doing that transition. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. It's fine, Victoria. You could have your moment. It's fine.
I
Uh,
got it. I can't wait to see it.
yes. I think I'm doing this look for it. I think that's the one I did for it. But who knows? I have like three other shows, so it might be for one of those looks coming up. But
Okay.
yes, I think me posting once a day versus 20,000 times a day can start slowly building up the community I'm trying to build for the Bard.
Okay. And it's okay to take a break when you post stuff.
Yeah.
Like, listen, sometimes I be trying to like do so much and one. Sometimes I'll be on Twitch doing My camera's getting blurry again. Hold on. Yeah, sometimes I be doing like a lot of like Twitch videos, those video game walkthroughs and everything. I'm trying to see if I got the strength today to do Mario and Luigi Brothership, the next part. on the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
It's a RGBT, it's an RPG game. So I'm trying to see if I got the
Yes.
energy to do that. But sometimes I get my second wind. So, but yeah, like I said, posting so constantly, and this goes back to what I said earlier. Like sometimes I be up until 2 o'clock in the morning trying to upload stuff. But
Yes.
I gotta get my rest. I can't be doing so much. It's not like I
Exactly.
got any deadlines created by people, but I'm my own deadline.
Yeah.
You know,
Like I had a goal where I wanted to hit 1,000 followers on my Instagram by the end of the year, and I'm almost at like 600, I think. So, and I've only been doing this for 5 months now. So, going from zero to almost 600 in 5 months is, I think, a pretty impressive goal within itself.
you're getting there. I'm gonna
I'm
make
getting
sure
there
that
slowly but surely.
I'm gonna make sure this helps you. I'm
Yes,
gonna make sure this
absolutely.
helps you. But yeah, it's okay to take a break if you're tired. If you want to listen, if you want to put a lot of videos out there, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop myself. But make sure to get the rest you need to keep making stuff the next day.
Yes.
Sometimes, I be thinking about some stuff where this guy was saying, look, let's stop here tonight and try again in the morning.
Yes, absolutely. Especially like whenever I notice a transition isn't going the right way. It's like, okay, cool. This idea didn't work. That's fine. You have like 15 other backups. You're fine, Diva. Just go get one of those instead.
Hmm. Exactly. So take your time. We're not going anywhere. It's all about quality over quantity.
Yes,
So just
exactly.
keep the people need to keep that in mind. Some people don't keep that in mind. So we got it.
Yes. That's why I pre-record a lot of things whenever I have the energy to record, so that way on days that I don't feel it, I can just hit post and boom,
Hey, I'm trying
all
to
of a
do that.
sudden.
I'm trying to do that going forward when I upload, like when I pre-record my stuff and now I put them as
Hmm.
premieres. Like I have a few new subs on YouTube because they saw the premiere when it first came out. So they always be like, hey, it's now
Yes.
available. Go check it out. So I'm trying to do that going forward. So and so far it's working out great. So yeah, just pre-record stuff, and then you have like going forward. Maybe I might have to record so many videos that they're already pre-recording. I can just upload the stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So it's working for both of us. I'm trying to adapt to new things. So up next, now your content isn't afraid to be provocative or push boundaries. If I got this correct.
Yes.
Now, how do you balance creating something that gets people's attention with making sure it's still something that generally represents you?
So I have always been perceived as like a more sexual person. I love to dance a little bit more intimate. I love to dance a little bit more provocative. And a lot of people, it's not exactly something they expect from like a newer performer to be so confident, to be like well put together, to be all these things. And I something that I've always prided myself on is that like I know whenever I step onto that stage, people are gonna have a good time regardless. And with me posting those videos of myself performing, of course, it's going to be the same exact thing. It's just going to be now online. And a lot of people who don't know who Bethany the Bard is and doesn't know, like, hey, I'm not afraid to, just take my tits out and them be pasties on there. Like, they don't know, like, that's about to happen. They get the shock factor and go, oh, wow, hey, this is crazy. Like, oh my God. And they don't know that there's more sides than just boobs. And whenever I first started posting, it was a lot more like male engagement. And then they were like, oh shit, that's a drag queen. Um, is that a dude under there? Is that a woman? I'm confused. And it's all them the more they interact with my page, I feel like they would know more. But most of the times they'll just see like one video of mine and go, oh, hey, sexual content. So it's hard trying to balance like serious posts and sexual posts, especially when the sexual posts tend to do better, unfortunately, than serious posts. And that's kind of what weird funk we're in, where a lot of people just want to see like essentially pornography these
Mhm.
days.
You
And
know,
it's like, hate to say that's the male loneliness epidemic, but
you know,
it's also the women empowerment movement.
yeah, I understand. And that's what I've seen a lot of spicy careers. I actually had a couple on here already, and we
Hmm.
talked, we also talked about, like stuff like, OF, Fansly, and
Oh yeah.
hentai and everything. Like I already interviewed a few people who doing like the stuff like Ocean Veil, and they doing like the English stuff or hentai anime and stuff.
Yeah.
Thing is, I think what some males don't understand, you
Hmm.
know, is that there's actually more to the story than them just showing bodies all the time. Because
Yeah.
I've seen a few of those stuff, and it's like, oh, well, these are very good story arcs. There's a lot of romance in here, a lot of like important lessons and everything, and
Hmm.
stuff that they just want to see all. Of course, we'll get to the good stuff you want to see, but take a time to understand the stories first.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, I tell people, and guess what? Every time when I go on to OF, and some people are actually interested because now I was like, how did you manage to interview a spicy creator? And I was like, well, I just try to reach out and see if they'd be interested, and they like the questions I threw at them. Because thing is,
Yeah.
when I bring the spicy creators on here, Bethany, I keep it 100% professional.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
ask them like, yeah, what's the diameter of your areola? Like, you don't ask questions like that. You would like say, so what got you into this line of work? Like, what's something you've enjoyed about it? Like, you keep it
mm-hmm.
professional. You don't like ask the inappropriate questions.
Exactly, because then they're gonna start like telling, hey, do not
Hmm.
go to this guy, and
Yeah.
and there have been a few spice careers who came on saying, hey, can we change these questions a little bit? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. If I need to let me know if I need to change them. If you don't want to talk about that stuff, we'll try to keep it, like at a level where it's like professional. We don't get into all
Hmm.
the not safe for work stuff kind of
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Because I just thought, maybe there's like more to the story. And I just want to explore you guys, not because at the end of the day, spicy, like spicy career work is work. It is work.
It
But
is
here's
work, a thousand
the other
percent.
thing. Sometimes the people who watch the stuff on those websites, they don't like y'all forgot about the human being factor and that there's still people at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're
So,
all people at the end of the day, and this is all our first time on Earth. Like, or who
mhm.
knows, it might not be our first time on Earth.
I mean, hey, we go to the bathroom the same way. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. So yeah, so yeah, like sometimes as when people do want to see stuff, oh, like you
Hmm.
got well, one, consent is an important thing first. You gotta ask for consent for that
Yeah,
stuff.
consent is mandatory. Yep.
It's mandatory all the time. So yes, yeah. So when I talked about, hey, it's okay if I talk about this thing or something, if they say no, okay, can I? Well, how about I change the question then? Let me know if I need to
Hmm.
change it. And listen, that's the good thing about this too. Like the spicy stuff with the new stuff with like the drag and everything. They want to see all the explicitory content going on. We want to try to at least find common ground where we
Hmm.
can both enjoy it and continue to see the magic being made.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and some men just don't see it like that. I actually spoke with another burlesque performer, but that was early this year in February when it was Black History
Hmm.
Month. She was saying one of the men in the front actually smacked her. You,
Oh yeah.
you know, And I think they gave him a warning not to do that again. So that's what I'm saying. Like burlesque is not consented either. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
men maybe just like they just want to do whatever they want to do, but no sirree Bob. That's not how it works here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not how it works. You always have to have consent to touch a performer, and we have to have consent to touch you during our performance just the same. Like consent is mandatory.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like shoot, like Bethany, if I came up and be like, hey, like kind of thing, I'll ask. And guess what? If you say no, I'll go back to my seat.
Yeah.
and enjoy the rest of the show.
Exactly. Because
So,
no
oh,
means no.
exactly. The other stuff, we'll figure out the other stuff later. Let's just enjoy the show and just worry about the extra stuff later. Getting crazy. That's the model I go by. Just ask for consent first, and it's like, nope, go about my business.
Exactly.
The problem is I listen, I understand that there's a lot of females who just don't want to talk and everything. Like they resort to do, and I don't and listen. I really don't blame y'all because y'all don't know what the other person's thinking. Because like I said, it's getting dangerous out there for
Hmm.
women. And like I said, women would rather choose the bear. They would rather choose the bear.
Yep.
I
A
dealt with
thousand
that. As,
times over.
I dealt with that. I dealt with that in college too. Because some of the girls don't talk to me. They would like they kept like telling me reporting the Title IX and be like, "Why?" I was like, "Why didn't you just be honest?" They just don't want to they just don't want to talk. And I was at a predominantly white institute for college as a black person.
Mm,
So it kind of reminds me of all those cut scenes I've been seeing in those games where there's a lot of life where people just don't want to talk and everything. Like, give me a chance to make the correction, please. Like, just talk to me. And I used to do photography. I mean, I still do
hmm.
photography, but I put it back on the show because I had an incident. I had a falling out with someone, and it's like I just took a break because I'm at the point where I just don't trust the models no more because they don't want to be honest and talk to me. They just want to do something
Yeah.
crazy. And I was like, why didn't you just talk to me? There was this scene in the Batman the Telltale series where Tiffany was calling the cops on Bruce Wayne because he wasn't being
Hmm.
honest with the work he was doing, trying to go undercover to know what the pact is up to.
Yeah.
And she was saying, and I hope you understand and why I had to do this, but it had to be done. And then Bruce was saying, and why didn't you just talk to me, Tiffany? Mm. You could have talked to me,
Yeah.
but it was the heat of moda, and we don't know what other people are thinking.
Yeah. Because a lot of issues in this world could have just been solved if two people sat down and talked it out instead of, you know, keeping it quiet how they really felt.
Hmm. I was still listen. I will still preach, y'all. Just communicate. Tell me if I did something wrong, okay?
Hmm.
Now and listen. Now, if you had people who just don't want to do that and follow the rules and whatnot, then yes, then you have to resort to stuff like that. Like if they're really beyond reasoning, like when y'all do those like drag and burlesque shows, then yeah, kick them out.
Yeah.
Wait, do I need to
One
hold up?
warning is all you get.
Do I need to pull up the Bugs Buddy sign? He's saying, "Throw the bum out."
Yes.
Yes, because he was interrupting while he was trying to orchestrate in that old cartoon with Chuck Jones saying like Baton Bunny, and he said throw the bum out.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go. But yeah, so yeah, I think with your content, you're still trying to push beyond your limits of what you post on there. But you still gotta be mindful, like what's the context behind it too. I think you got the context down perfectly.
Yeah.
But you also gotta explain, like, because you're still gonna have a lot of weirdos online who will say like crazy stuff. I think Vicky's doing a good job doing her thing, dealing with that other guy and everything. So.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully you won't have to run into that. I don't want to say I don't want to jinx it. Okay, I'm trying my best not to jinx it, but I'm sure you'll handle it.
I my best and favorite way of handling it, deleting the comment, blocking them. Favorite
There you,
way.
there you go. That works too. Sometimes listen. I stick by this too. Sometimes the best response is no response.
Now, however, if they say something that sets me off, I am very much like Victoria when I will respond full-heartedly and you will get response after response after response out of me and I will, make those 20,000 videos happen in one day.
It exactly. There you go. Well, onward to the next one. Let's see. Now, with DMs open for bookings, you're turning creativity into a professional opportunities as well. What have you learned about knowing your value and taking yourself seriously as a creator?
Yes, it's been an interesting journey because a lot of people will like when you reach out at first, they'll be like, "Oh my God, yes, I will keep you updated when we have like an open spot for like a booking." Or they'll be like, "Oh my God, I need to get you on my books." And then dead silence. And it's like, cool. And then when you reach out again, they're like, "Oh my God, yes, let me go find the dates." And it's like silence once again. And it's been a harder journey just because being a female at birth, like drag queen, uh, does have its challenges that way. Obviously, the more traditional drag queens get booked a lot more often than just your standard AFAB queen. Even though we can pull the same looks, we can pull the same stunts, and we're just as entertaining. Uh, Making sure that I keep consistent with actual bookings and not just open stages has been a little bit more difficult. But I have made really good friends with a lot of queens that have like their own brunches, and we're working on actually getting dates for me to perform there. And it was a little hard at first because it was like I'm not getting any bookings. I know I'm only like 5 months in, but like most people would have a couple bookings under their belt. I've only been booked twice now. It's like, ugh, when's that like third time gonna come? Which I already have like four more bookings lined up since like having these like negative thoughts, like I'm not good enough, I'm not getting booked, I'm like
Mm.
struggling. It's like I see the worth in what I'm doing, and it breaks my heart that like other people don't see it sometimes. And because I know everything I've gone through in life to get me here and to, you know, put myself on the stage and be here in front of everyone. And it's like, ugh, I wish everyone like could know everyone's full story to know exactly how much everyone's worth because everyone's worth a lot. Everyone has their own opinions, values, like stories that like make them worth listening to and sitting down and talking. And it's been fun, exciting, and terrifying, trying to make this a career because I started off just doing this for fun because I missed performing, and I have a biological sibling like that does drag. So, and I got to watch them do show after show, and it's like, man, this looks fun. And I was like, if only I could do it. And they were like, AFAB queens are a thing. Like, you can do this. And I was like, I didn't know that actually. That's crazy. They're like, why don't you just give it a shot? Try it for a month, see if you like it. I was like, okay, I'll do it. Why not? And I fell in love, and I was like, I don't want this to ever stop. Like, I want to continue performing and, you know, making this as big as it will get. Because, yes, I'm here to entertain, but I also genuinely love performing. It is one of the things that always like brought joy and fulfillment into my life. So making a career out of it would be absolutely amazing.
And I do believe you can make a full career out of this. Here's the one thing that you're doing, Bethy. You're still constantly booking stuff. You're not giving up. Just because you didn't get
Yeah.
something instantly, you still have to keep going.
Yeah. Still have to keep reaching out, still have to keep trying.
Mhm. Same thing with me. Like you shoot, I'm sending so many emails and everything, and I'm searching for people every day. I know it's exhausting, it's kind of hard, but I don't give up. I keep working.
Yes, absolutely.
So keep, but then please don't stop what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
So
And we're only 5 months in, so we're gonna get better from here, right?
yes. A lot can happen in 5 months. Let's hope the next
A
five are going to
lot
be
did
amazing.
happen in 5 months. I only had one wig when I started. Now I have like a whole wall of wigs. I had one outfit. Now I have maybe so many. I don't have a number. Uh, and
Hmm.
then I feel a lot more confident in like the chosen family I made along the way too, and getting to meet new people and getting to invite new people into like the my chosen family, especially growing up with a family that like you didn't get to choose and that family being bad and toxic and negative and now getting to choose your own family. It's been great.
Hmm. Got that, and you got to have an amazing support system, and you got that too.
Yes, exactly.
So, well, we're at the finale here. So, before we
Yeah.
conclude, are you enjoying the discussion we had up to this point?
Yes, absolutely.
So, a lot of preaching going on here, a lot of venting sessions too.
Preaching to the choir. Come on now.
There you go. So, community, friendship, and what comes next, as you just mentioned with the community, like friendships and stuff. So, this is going to be a two-part question featuring
Hmm.
Victoria.
Oh,
So, creative communities often lead to friendships with people you might never have met otherwise. How important have those relationships been to your journey? And part two, I actually discovered your work through Victoria Moessner, now who joined me during Pride Month, of course. Now,
yes.
what's your friendship with Victoria like, and how have the two of you supported each other's creative journeys?
Yes. So I think meeting new people is always like going to be hard, relatively hard, unless you are one of those like social butterflies that goes out and meets everyone.
Mm,
Uh, I when I first started, I made bracelets because I debuted at Big Tits Bigger Dreams, and this is something I do every month for Big Tits Bigger Dreams. I make a little like candy bracelet for everyone performing because a lot of the times at Big Tits Bigger Dreams you have a lot of newer performers. um those bracelets I always thought helped build community, helped people like say, hey, like I know this person made me this person is a safe person I can go talk to if I need help. Like it builds community and lets them know like I'm gonna be there, you need me, bat signal bracelet, let's go. Um and one of those Big Tits Bigger Dreams is where I met a drag king, and that drag king actually introduced me to Victoria. And we rolled and rolled and rolled, and like me and Victoria just clicked, and we've kind of been in like inseparable since. Uh, we met in I think the last week of May, and uh it was when she did her candy number at uh Themes of the Strip, and it was my debut at Themes of the Strip. So I think it is so much fun meeting new people. I love all the people in San Antonio that I've met. I love everybody down here in Austin that I continue to meet. uh and me and Victoria, since we've met, we've continued building up each other. I've helped her calm down whenever she can't find anything because she loses things quite often. Fun fact.
oh,
Uh,
that's not a fun thing. It's not fun at
it's
all.
not a fun thing, but I have a relatively good memory about where things are left. So it's like, yeah, no, you left your keys over there on the table. Yeah, your medicine, that's right there. And then she brings so much chaos and so much joy into my life. She's genuinely been amazing. She's helped me with social media aspect of things. She's helped me like grow as a person, like realize, hey, these big emotions you're feeling, they're valid. Like you don't have to feel ashamed for how you're feeling if you're missing this person, if you're like avidly angry at this person for how shitty they treated you. Like you're okay. You're allowed to feel those emotions. And uh, I feel like with when we met, it was her first like day back in the drag scene since her incident. So
Hmm.
she got to meet new friends, and then I introduced her to Styx and Jupiter, who are my roommates, and they were like, "Oh my God, yes, we love her. Like, she's now part of our chosen family." And we're all actually going out tonight to go support one of our other friends, Travesty, who's doing a competition show tonight. So we're all gonna go support him and uh, just genuinely have a good time. And I love Victoria. She's one of my chosen people in life, and we're just going to continue supporting each other and making each other things. She actually gave me this wig that I'm wearing right now because she was like, "I just don't like the color. You want the wig?" I was like, "Yes, I do, in fact, want this wig."
Well,
So,
make sure y'all there for each other, okay?
yes. And we're the same shoe size, so we can swap shoes all the time.
Mhm. There's sisters to the end, right?
Exactly. Yes.
I took the brothers to the end out of Gears of War 3 and put it with sisters to the end.
Same thing,
So
right?
I did not like the scene where Dom died to save Marcus. I didn't like that. But he had to do it to save his friends.
Exactly.
He sacrificed himself in Gears of War 3, the game.
Yeah, very similar to Tony Stark, I am Iron Man, sacrificing himself to,
Hmm.
bring back everyone else.
So, man, every time I hear that Mad World song with them in Gears of War, I just break down.
That's so real.
Hmm. I have to show you the stuff later once we're finished. But yes, please be there for each other, okay? Up next, oh, you're gonna like this one. If you had the resources and complete creative freedom to put together the ultimate Bethany the Bard project or performance with absolutely no restrictions on how ambitious you could make it, what would you create?
Oh, it would be the most chaotic show ever. It would have kings, it would have things, it would have queens, it would have clowns, it would have burlesque performers, it would have pole dancers of sorts, like cosplayers. It would be genuinely chaotic on like a giant stage, and I would let, you know, whether they wanted to sing live, whether they wanted to showcase art, whether they wanted to play an instrument, whether they want to, do interpretive dance to old like TV commercials. Like it would genuinely be a clusterfuck of a bunch of things. Like, because there's so many things that make me me that like if it is a true Bethany the Bard show, there's going to be someone performing a song that's just a bunch of meows. There's probably someone going to be really sexy. There's someone that's going to be a Voltron character. There's someone that's going to, just be asleep on stage to the song Tequila and then just pop up for the tequila. Like there's going to be so many different things, and uh, it would be chaos, truly,
Well,
but
hey,
fun chaos.
it's gotta be crazy. If it doesn't get crazy, it's not gonna be fun.
Exactly.
Maybe explosions.
Great explosion, murder, God, dynamite. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. That makes sense. Oh, yeah. Great explosion
Exactly.
going to die. I was like, that is such a long day. I was like, wait, he's not really going to say that. Oh,
Nope,
God.
he is. That's his.
When I heard that name in season, I was like, you can't be sure. Wait.
You can't be serious, but also I know 100% you are serious about this.
I was like, well, if they like the name, I'm not going to make them change it.
Listen, I'll just call him Dynamite. It's fine.
Okay. I was saying that I don't think the producers on My Hero Academia could hear me, but I was like,
Uh-huh.
if they like the name, I'm not gonna let them change it.
Exactly, exactly.
So it would defeat the purpose of what he is. And like they said, when they do those ultimate moves, it makes them who they are. So
Because he's the final boss.
yeah. Final boss. Oh, that episode in the final season said, "I'm the final boss."
Yeah. I have a tattoo plan where I'm getting that tattooed right here with a bunch of explosions around it. So
Oh, that's.
I'm I'm excited.
I hope you get that by the time you finish that costume of yours. Okay.
Yes. It'll
Well,
be the final touch to the costume.
there you go. Well, time for the last question to wrap this thing up. It's called the conversation question. So finally, when everything is said and done, beyond followers, performances, posts, or whatever comes next, what do you hope people remember about Bethany the Bard?
Because uh, whenever I think about like how I want to be remembered, that's just it. I just want to be remembered. Whether you remember me from the crazy backbend I did, from the fun colored outfits I wear, from the jump splits I do off the stage, the song I did that night. I just like being remembered. And that's when like whenever I do pass, that's all I want to be is remembered. Because once people stop talking about you, once people stop telling your stories, then you die essentially a second time. So I just want to be talked about and I just want to be remembered, regardless if it's from hair, my wig falling off, the jump splits I did, hitting my head on concrete, like the candy I made, like whatever it may be. I just want to be remembered.
Mm,
I'm not picky about it. Remember me from whatever. How many times I said yes, absolutely to uh, you know, candied bracelets or how many times I meowed that night. You'll remember me from something.
mhm. We're just like I tell people, we're doing these things because we're just trying to be successful, and
Exactly.
we're just trying to live too.
Hmm.
That's all we need. That's all. We're not doing anything else.
Exactly.
So, well, I think that officially wraps this episode up. How you feel?
Yeah. I feel great. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. We talked for 2 hours, and this
That
episode's
is true.
and this episode is longer than Victoria's. So,
I told Victoria I like to yap, and she was like, "Yeah, no, you yap more than I do." I was like, "That is correct. I do, in fact, I do be here. I am a yapper. Once you get me going, it's hard for me to shut the fuck up."
there you go. There you go.